Hello! We are back!
We are back.
And thank you for so far no people have watched our last chicken wings.
Sad.
Go check it out, it's fun, it's cute. It's us eating funky crisps, which I forgot to bring with me, I was going to bring them. But yes, hello, I'm Michelle. This is Adam, and I just realised we didn't do a thing that we should have done the first time we did this.
Yes, no, we didn't say hello to my car. This is my car, which we are sitting in. We are not outside, which is obvious. This is not the sun that you can see here. This is the light, the interior light of a vehicle. So welcome.
So, sorry, we're just trying to...
Adjusting.
Slightly better? We're still very glowy, but slightly better.
Yeah, we're more in front.
See, last time you were wearing white, so you popped out, and I felt I was a bit backgroundy. Now I'm wearing white, and you're...
I've got tassels.
There you go. I've got the rainbow monkey hat because it's that kind of way, although it's quite warm at the moment. So we replaced the rainbow monkey hat. Christmas present from my sister. How many years ago now?
Many,
because I had it when I was still at the store.
Yeah, no, you did. I'm going to stay with many.
Many?
Many years.
More than 2.
Yeah, more than none.
So, do you want to tell them what we saw?
We went to go and see Thor Ragnarok.
And it did.
It did. It Ragnaroked. Yeah.
Okay, so all the non-spoiler stuff. Do
Okay.
you have anything to add to that?
No, you covered all of it. You covered all of that. Yeah.
So, and then the thing with yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty much all we can say non-spoilers. I don't think there is much more to cover, so we'll see you later.
Hang on, no, wait. There is actually sorry, there is one thing which I guess is kind of a maybe some people might think it's a spoiler, but it happens. Okay, I'm going to look to you and say, would you say within the 10 minutes, but you don't know what I'm talking about yet? The immigrant song comes in pretty fucking quick. Now, the only reason I'm mentioning is that because a lot of times when you get a big recognisable song like that in the trailer, it's usually a trailer song. It's in the movie and it's used really well.
Yeah, it's used really well.
So yeah, the immigrant song does actually kick in within the movie. Would you say it's the first 10 minutes?
Yeah, easily within the first 10 minutes.
So that's... Sorry if you think music cues are a spoiler, but it's not just a trailer song, it's in it, and it's actually really cool, and I was like very impressed.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
So, anything else we can say non-spoilery? Honestly, yes, overall, very good. I said to you, alluded to you before, that a lot of people have been saying that it's kind of, for them, there are a lot of people saying it's like one of the best Thors, because it's bigger, brighter, and there's a lot more going on, but there are other people saying it's not the same to them because it's a lot fun. I don't think it's a spoiler to say it's a lot funnier.
No, it's not a spoiler. Yeah, I mean, I think with the first 2 Thor films, they were more sort of focusing on the myth and the lore elements and like fantasy, sort of like Lord of the Rings-ish.
Yeah.
That's what, that's how I felt about it anyway. But with this one, it felt a little bit less of that and a little bit more of the fun, the humour. But so yeah. So
okay, first of all, did you like it?
Yes.
You recommend it?
Yes.
Okay, would you recommend it as a fun movie to go see primarily, or would you only recommend it for someone who's seen the rest of the MCU, or at least the Thor movies?
I would recommend it just for a fun movie to go and see. Just as a standalone, I think
I would work as well. I mean, there's going to be bits and pieces, they're going to make references and talk about stuff that you may not get. But even it's, Iron Man was 2008. It's almost been a whole decade.
Yeah.
So even if you've not seen it, cultural osmosis.
Yeah. You'll know. You know what it's about. You know what Thor is. You know who Thor is and all that business.
But yeah, I would, as a I would also think, it's a good fun movie. If you're going into it just to go see it as a fun movie and haven't seen the rest of the MCU, then maybe go to a matinee or something. Get the cheaper ticket prices. But
yeah, if you're not sure if it's for you.
Yeah. But it is fun. You'll enjoy yourself. You'll have a giggle. This is the first since we've been doing this. Is the first time we've had a bigger audience. And they all had a great time.
Yeah. There was a lot of laughter.
There was a lot of laugh, a lot of giggles.
Yeah.
Everyone seemed to have a really good time. Everyone was buzzy.
Yeah.
I think that's about it. We can go non-spoiler.
I think so.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, lots of that. Yeah.
Should I do the spoiler alarm again, or was that too scary? Or do you want to do it this time?
I'm braced for the spoiler alarm.
Spoilers! Spoilers!
I wasn't ready.
Okay, so the whole "so you're wondering how I got here" thing is actually quite a fun fake out, because normally when a character is in that situation, if you see, I showed you there Disney Emperor's New Groove.
Oh yeah.
Where that does that cliche quite well, where you see the llama like in the thing is like, oh wait, you're wondering how I got here, tells a story, and then we catch up with that point. This didn't do that. This, I bet you're wondering how I got here, was the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, well.
It was, he was there.
Yeah.
And so it turns out he's talking to a skeleton, which is quite funny. And then
In the cave.
and then he meets, okay, I know this is not his actual name.
We've done this before. If you've seen our Jigsaw review, you know that we don't know.
And
all the names.
does it sound right to you? I want to call him Sokar, the big fire demon.
I don't think it is so far.
Okay, but Sokar, if you're a fan of Stargate SG-1, you'll catch that reference. It's a similar kind of
Okay.
devil-y character.
Okay. Fire guy.
Yeah. So big fire guy. Thor does the whole fake out thing of like getting him to monologue and violates his entire plan. Defeats the bad guy. Tries to get the Bifrost. And do you want to talk about Scourge?
Oh, Scourge.
Who is Carl Urban?
Yeah, Carl Urban as Scourge. Yeah, I liked him. I did like Scourge. Yeah, well, I mean, when we first introduced him, he is like the new.
Kind of like a white boy.
Yeah, he's the new protector of the realm.
How would you describe a white boy if someone doesn't really know that reference? A bit wavy, a bit, you know, a bit estry.
Yeah, a little bit. Sort of thinks he's a bit gangster.
Yeah.
Trying to show off a lot.
Yeah. He's got like the tats, so he's like, because he's all shaved. I always, if he's shaved or he's a bald cap, but if it's a bald cap, it's very good. But he's got like these tats kind of running down like Mr. T things, but either side.
Yeah, but and he's sort of taken over somehow from Heimdall.
Yeah.
As the protector of the realm.
Or at least the protector of the Bifrost.
Protector of the Bifrost. And we see him initially trying to impress these two young ladies.
They were pretty.
They were.
So basically Thor's like, yo, get me out of here.
Yeah.
And he's like, so anyway, here's my gun, you know, Des and Troy, because when you put them together, yeah, it's probably been spoken about before, but he got two machine guns from a place on Midgard called Texas.
Texas.
I'm not going to get into the whole gun thing now, but as a British person, I approve. So they do the gag, and it's a gag I've seen before. Again, going back to Stargate, the original movie, where the gates finally activated, the Bifrost, is the Bifrost just the teleports are called? It's all called Bifrost, isn't it?
I think it's all incorporated into the.
So it's all Bifrost. So the Bifrost tunnel comes down. Because he's been fighting the big beastie. Our great visual gag, we put on his tongue to try and keep him in place. Mjolnir. Yum yum. No. I want to call it Mjolnir, but that's different again. Okay. Have you ever really watched SG-1?
No.
There is a lot of Nordic mythology woven into it, which is why. And so yeah, the Asgard. In our characters in that, but they're grey aliens.
Okay.
It's
cool.
cute. It's very cool. So, but Mjolnir is actually a different character. She's from the Tok'ra. So anyway, I'm digressing. Stop me from digressing. So yeah, he does the thing where he puts it fighting a big beastie, puts the hammer on his tongue to keep him in place, and then as the Bifrost comes down to catch him, the hammer comes to him, and then you kind of get the impression, and doesn't become absolutely obvious until they do the payoff. But yeah, that beastie got his head cut off.
Yeah, in a big way.
And would you say it was a bit gooey or holy crap?
there was a lot of green stuff or whatever.
And the lovely young ladies did get absolutely coated in it, and then Scourge is like, dude, women, the hell?
Yeah, that definitely did not help him.
And they were rightly so. I mean, I'm not a girly girl, but that much goop.
Yeah, that was nasty. That was nasty goop. So yeah, they run away.
But the reason I said I've seen that gag before is they did that in again in the Stargate movie where the gates, because you've got the two gate where you've got the main gate that they walk through, but then they've also got their own teleport rings, transport rings, where anything within it, because it is an Einstein-Rosen thing again, where anything in it goes up and the rest stays put.
Okay.
So I had seen that gag before, so I knew where it was going, but the execution was amazing. So I need to. I can't.
Yeah, a bit.
I can see you now.
A bit fluffy. There we go.
Well, no, you were on the camera, but I couldn't see you. So, okay, so yeah, they. Oh yeah, so he goes to the palace, finds Odin, watching a play of Loki's death, and I'd say the actors they got playing Loki and Thor and so they're quite good.
Matt Damon.
Was it?
Matt Damon. Did you not notice? It was Matt Damon playing Loki. That was Matt Damon.
You remember I'm the person who thought he was playing Leonardo DiCaprio last week?
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah. But yeah, no, that guy was Matt Damon. I don't know who the guy was playing Thor, but yeah, that was totally Matt Damon.
Well done, Matt Damon.
Yeah. That came out of nowhere. It was funny. That's
probably why the audience was giggling more than I was. I mean, the whole thing was quite funny.
Yeah, it was.
So yeah, Odin. So obviously Loki's dressed up disguised himself as Thor. Loki has disguised himself as Odin, and Thor basically fakes him out by saying, "Okay." He keeps tossing the hammer around, and he's like, he throws it really far, so you know what's going to happen, like, because this is them. Like this is Odin, and the hammer's coming here. Yeah.
I yield.
Yeah. So they do that. All the people are like, because they had the statue first. One thought I had, and it's not a mean thought. Do you think Hiddles has put on a little bit of weight? Not in a horrible way, but like filled out a bit.
Oh God, I don't know. I can't say I've noticed.
He just looked, because he looked really skinny in the previous couple of films. Because I don't know how close this was to Night Manager, and I think he bulked out a little bit for that because he had a lot of action scenes in Night Manager.
Oh right, okay. Well, I don't know. Well, I've not actually seen Night Manager yet.
No.
So I can't
no, but it just looked like, not in a horrible way. He's still very,
very trim.
But it looks like he's slightly more filled out.
I don't know. Hold that thought. I'll have to. I shall do my research.
And then we get to the bit that we really liked. Well, okay. So they're doing the thing. They go, look, where's Odin? Oh, I know where Odin is. They smash cut to New York, and they're looking at the retirement home that he was in that's been like destroyed. And then they're standing there talking. You see a circle below Loki. He's like, "What are you doing now?" I said, "It's not me." And then it disappears, and there's a card that says 177A Bleecker Street.
Bleecker Street.
And of course it's Stephen Strange. So I didn't realise. Okay, this wasn't planned. I don't always like. I got a weird thing. Like if I want to go to a convention, I won't wear something about the theme to the convention unless I buy it there. Like this hoodie I bought from the Sherlock convention, so I wore it for the weekend, but I didn't have it before that weekend. So this is what I wear all the time, so this doesn't count. But this does. This is actually a Sherlock t-shirt done a Starry Night. So I'm actually wearing a Benedict Cumberbatch t-shirt. in a movie that has a scene with Benedict Cumberbatch in, which was amazing.
was
Not just because we love Ben, we do love Ben. We love a bit of Benny, but Stephen's powers are really grown. He's like flipping them and going here and forward in the house. He's teleporting all around and saying it. Actually, it's a very short, not even heavily expositional scene. It's just like, why are you here? Why are you doing the thing? It's basically getting them from point A to point B. I'd say it's more of a transitional than expositional, but it was so funny.
It was very good. They did it very well.
Oh, there was a great visual gag where I didn't notice it until Stephen pointed it out. Yeah. When he started saying, "Oh, you can put your umbrella down." I was like, "Oh, that's the hammer."
Yeah. that's how he disguises the hammer.
Plays it an umbrella.
That's very good.
So they're doing the thing. He sling rings them to Norway. Like, so you see the passage opens in Norway. And he's like, I'm probably going to need my brother now. And he's like, oh yeah. And he opens it up and falls down and says, I have been falling for 30 minutes.
He was not a happy bunny.
He was not a happy bunny. And the thing is, Ben and Hiddles are friends. And they've actually made movies together. So they cut like maybe 3 or 4 frames together in this film. Like, how are you? Like, go! So that's the end of Strange. But it was a sweet little cameo.
Yeah, short but sweet.
I mean, but I knew it wasn't going to be a huge thing. So very touching scene with Odin.
Yeah, very much so.
Oh, and before we get to the touching, we have to get to the shallow. Holy fuck! You know how I feel about black on black on black.
Yes.
Oh, Loki was wearing a black suit with a black shirt and a black tie.
Yes. Black hair.
Oh, straggly. He's straggly than normal, but you know, he's been through a lot. He's been like leggings, yeah. But
yeah, he looked good. He was bringing it.
I like Hiddles. I think he's a great actor. He's a very handsome man. He's not my top on my, pash list, but he's definitely an honourable mention.
Yeah.
Wouldn't probably say no.
He is a handsome chap, isn't he?
He is, and dang was he bringing it. And that, the black suit, so done with the shallow.
Okay.
So we're back in Norway. Odin has come back to himself because it's implied very strongly that he was under Loki's thrall. And then, do you want to talk about this a little bit?
What about the Norway bit?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
So a lot of talking in this.
So Loki and Thor then meet up with Odin in Norway after Strange sort of teleports them into the area, and they sort of have a bit of a discussion.
Yeah.
About, what do they talk about? They talk about like strength.
Yeah, strength and basically it's like 'cause he's still mourning Frigga, and if he feels her calling, and yeah, he does tell them a little bit about their sister, their older sister, which they didn't know about. Now I had a moment, and I'm kind of still annoyed with myself because I can't remember her name.
Hela.
No, not her name. Her name, Hela, is the big sister.
Oh.
The mysterious older sister from another franchise.
Oh yeah, okay. Right, okay.
So you didn't have that thought then?
No, I genuinely didn't know. But that's a good point. It's a good point that you make.
What's her name? Because I was going to say Sherringford, but that's the prison.
Yeah, no.
If you're not catching that, we are making Sherlock references.
And pause for Sherlock references.
Yellow car.
Where is that lemon? No, I don't know.
But yeah, if you've seen the last season of Sherlock, then you know from where we speak. So I don't want to go too much because that kind of be spoilers for Sherlock, and I try not to spoil other things. But yeah, so it kind of that when they're talking about, and it's kind of because Hela's kind of crazy, and so's Big Sis in Sherlock. So sorry if that is a bit spoilery, but it has been over a year and something. So if you either seen it or you don't care about it. Yeah. So but yeah, so.
And then we get to the point where the aforementioned Hela, well, turn.
No, because Odin passes first. He becomes Stardust.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, which is a very beautiful scene, and the boys are just sort of sat there going, huh. What I did find interesting is Thor was sat on his left side and Loki was on the other, so Loki was on his blind side.
Very interesting.
Yes. But he still had a moment and he died, and Hela comes in, and it's the well, they have a bit of a scuffle back and forth, you know, and a chat, sort of, I am your sister, bow to, kneel to your queen, because by all accounts she is, fair enough, she is actually the true heir to Asgard. And then we get to the bit where he throws the hammer and she smashes it, which was awesome because you actually see it fall into bits.
And that's it. Thor hammer gone.
Thor hammer gone. No more Mew Mew. So there's a wolf fight. So Loki's like, get us out of here to Scourge, who's running the Bifrost, and Thor's like, no. Of course, because Hela jumps into the stream.
Then the Bifrost comes down and the stream picks all of them up, and they're all shooting up towards Asgard.
And they have a fight in the stream.
Yeah.
This bright rainbow-coloured stream, and they're all fighting inside it.
It's like little crystals that will sort of fall apart when you hold someone in it. It's like an actual physical thing.
Which is if you've watched the series, it's kind of like the way they do the streams in Steven Universe, which I know you haven't really watched, but if you've watched Steven Universe, I can't remember the episode name, but one of the early ones before Peridot comes into it, it's not Marvel Man, it's before then, where Steven accidentally falls out the stream, and it's that similar sort of, not because it's obviously in Steven Universe, it's just white. Okay. And it's not quite as crispy with the breakup, but it's that similar sort of effect where, kind of like if you put your hand sort of in a stream of water, that kind of, it breaks it away. And that's what they were doing here, and that's kind of reminding me of that. So, Loki gets pushed out first, Thor then flies out, and so yeah, we see Thor land on a junk planet, which again I don't know what it's called, so I'm just going to Sultan. They're basically on a planet which is like the dumping ground for everything. Okay, so from this point it's kind of cutting between both stories, between what's happening on Asgard and what's happening on Sultan. And I know it's not the right place name, I'm calling it Sultan because it's a point of reference. The planet they landed on. Yes.
Yeah, you've seen the film, you know. Yes, and then so Thor gets set upon by these
scavengers, I guess.
Scavenger, horrible Star Wars-esque things.
Yeah. They're wearing masks, they take them off, so I think tall showers.
Yeah. And one of them...
Waiting.
I'm here. One of them shoots like a gun which has like a big electrified net.
Which is very nifty.
Yeah, which is pretty cool.
And they all try and set upon him, and then
this big ship comes out of the ether, and it's piloted by this young lady.
Which they call 412, isn't it?
Scavenger 412 or something.
Yeah.
420.
Or 1240 or
something like that. Yeah. Scavenger number.
Yeah.
And then she sort of the door
really
opens.
cool. It kind of comes down in two pieces and it's together.
Yeah. And she's sort of swigging on a bottle of the local beer.
Or whiskey or something. I don't know. I know it was more like a beer bottle, wasn't it?
Yeah. And then sort of starts walking down the.
You want him? He's mine.
Yeah.
And falls off
the edge.
Which is amazing. Which I'm wondering if she might be doing a bit of drunken master, that the thing Jackie Chan does where he pretends to be really drunken out of it and then he's like hella fight.
Yeah, catch him off guard.
Yeah, kind of thing. So they're all like, well, if you haven't noticed, we've already got him, so fine, I'll come through you.
And she does.
And it's awesome.
Yes. And then she puts the little chip,
like an electrifying thing,
in Thor's neck, which sort of is stuck in his neck with the little prongs.
And then electrifies him, and
then she has him. She has captured him.
So we're going back and forth between Asgard. Okay, to summarise, and this is not to denigrate what's happening on Asgard or to sort of lessen it, but the Asgard storyline is a lot more straightforward. It's basically Hela's taking over. It's falling to shit. there is a rebellion. Heimdall comes back and he's leading the people. It's all very good. It's very interesting, and Idris Elba's totally bringing it. But that is the story that's happening on Asgard.
Yeah, that is pretty much it. Yeah, they do it very well, but that is it.
Because you do get the thing where she, well, there is a bit where she's talking about the history. So they got the frieze on the ceiling, which is telling the story of Asgard, and then she breaks it, and then you see the true history of Asgard, which is like a history of conquest. So that is interesting. To be fair, that's something that should be noted. And then she goes down and grabs the Eternal. Oh, there was the one brilliant joke in the vault.
What was that?
Where she's going down like Odin's trinkets, and she gets the Infinity Gauntlet, knocks it over. It's fake.
Yeah.
Which actually is. I don't know if it was. It was a very funny joke, but I don't know if they put it in deliberately to close up the continuity error issue with one. I can't remember which film it was, but where Thanos is basically like, fine, I'll do it myself, and puts on the gauntlet, Sun's gems.
Oh right, yeah.
So brilliant joke on its own, but I think it's also to plug up a plot hole.
Yeah, possibly.
She walks past the tester and well, that's not bad. You know, that's kind of.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah, that's cool. And then she gets the Eternal Flame, which we've seen. It was always there.
Mm.
It was you just think, oh, it's a big bowl with fire in it, which you'd expect in a place like that.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's not. It's the Eternal Flame, which she uses to, because she's the goddess of death. Sorry, I didn't say that, but she's also the goddess of death. Probably a clue the name there. And scoops up a piece of the flame, breaks the floor, jumps down into it, and essentially uses necromancy to resurrect the old warriors, which are very cool because they're like skeletal with glowing green eyes.
And a big dog.
Big dog!
That one big dog.
Very big dog.
Yeah,
Very cute dog.
They're very cute. So fluffy.
I know. Well, okay, so jumping ahead, there's a scene later on where the dog's fully revived and sitting on the stairs behind her, and like she's as tall as like its muzzle.
Yeah.
A big dog. But the thought I had, because it is so fluffy, I wonder if that dog's not more than a year old. Like it's actually a puppy.
Yeah, probably.
Like you go to the set on green screen, it's like that big.
Yeah, probably.
Oh no, maybe not that. It's got long legs, so maybe like not more than a couple of years. It's not puppy because its legs are too long. We see it running.
Yeah, no, that's a fair point. It's an adult dog.
But young adult.
A young adult. Yeah.
It's still got very fluffy fur. And there's an invasion behind us from it. So that's. The Asgard story is brilliant, but again, you've kind of seen it, like you're saying about Lord of the Rings. It's the people huddling together to avoid and then, go off and fight. In fact, they even did the, we'll talk about that and I'm going to get to it, but the thing with Scourge towards the end is kind of reminiscent of The Hobbit. Yeah, you know. Yeah. Another film featuring Benedict Cumberbatch. Man gets everywhere. So, Thor's knocked out in was it Issa? Was that her name? The collector, scavenger? She was given a proper name.
She was given a name, wasn't she?
I saw it in the credits, so.
Oh yeah, no, I don't know. We know how we are with names.
Yeah. I think it was Issa. We'll call it Issa because that sounds nice.
That's a nice name.
So she's flying him thing, and it does a visual gag way because she's got a glass bottom ship. So his awesome stuff against it wakes up like that, and he turns like, I am Thor, the god of thunder, son of Odin, and she says, oh, sorry, Your Majesty, zaps him again, so he loses consciousness again. Which I kind of had a thing on that. It was like, oh, maybe she's heard of him, but that does come into play.
It does.
Because not many people refer to him as Your Majesty.
No, that's true. So she knows who he is.
Yes.
How does she know?
And so so we're obviously flicking back and forth between Asgard, and then we get to the scene where Thor's in a chair, and he's given the Thor introduction spiel about, hey, this is where you are now. Set to pure imagination. It was amazing. We don't have Gene Wilder singing, unfortunately, which is
pure
probably
imagination.
And it does go through, like, you got like nebulas and clouds and a bit of
It's
history of the
very
planet.
Very pretty.
And basically the upshot is you now belong to us. You are the Grand
You are
Master.
property of the Grand Master. You are now about to meet the
The
Grand Master.
But the whole, did you have a reaction when you heard Pure Imagination start?
I thought it was awesome.
Yes.
It was amazing. Yeah. Oh, it was so good.
I think it was possibly the antithesis of the tunnel scene in Willy Wonka, which was
yeah.
scary. This is not scary.
No, I suppose it would be scary if you were there.
Yeah, but it hasn't got a chicken being beheaded.
That's true. Yeah, that's
There
true.
was beheading in this film, but not chickens.
No, that's true. That was creepy.
So
Yeah, so he's. You are now about to meet the Grand Master. Prepare to meet the Grand Master.
So do we need to talk about Jeff Goldblum, or should we just say Jeff Goldblum?
Jeff Goldblum is in this film. He is Jeff Goldblum throughout,
And it's awesome.
and he's amazing because he's Jeff Goldblum.
Yes, he is the Goldblum.
He is. He's got a little thing on his
Little
lip there,
thing.
which I sort of feel like Jeff. His name is Jeff. It's amazing. I feel like Jeff probably requested that. I just want a thing just there. I just think it's just really awesome. It's just
Just
awesome.
a little,
It's awesome. Lovely.
Yeah. These are, I don't think we've ever done a Jeff Goldblum impressions before.
I don't think so.
We're doing well. It's Jeff Goldblum's Jeff Goldbluming it.
I can't explain.
I plant the seeds, it grows.
I can't explain.
So Jeff Goldblum's amazing.
Yeah.
He's talking saying, "Oh wow, look at you! Who you've brought me is amazing warrior. Oh, you're feisty. I like you. Oh, Lord of Thunder, are you? God, Lord of Thunder. He's now the Lord of." Okay. And of course Loki's there.
Yeah, Loki's there having a drink, shooting the breeze.
They do say that because obviously Loki got knocked out of the thing first, and they do say Jeff, Grand Master, which is Jeff.
Grandmaster.
Jeff does say, "Oh yeah, time works differently here because if it didn't, I'd be millions of years old." Instead, I think he was looking for a compliment.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
To be fair, I don't know how old Jeff Goldblum is, but compared to being potentially millions of years old, he's looking good.
He's looking good. He's definitely not millions of years old.
Yeah.
It's definitely true. Yeah.
Definitely working it. Yes. So if you want your freedom, you're gonna have to fight my champion.
Mm-hmm.
So he
he's feisty.
yeah, he's good. So he gets thrown into the gladiatorial. He's not in the ring yet, but he's thrown into the holding pen.
Yeah, the holding cell.
And then he meets Herg.
Yeah.
Who's hi, hey, I'm sorry, I can't do a Kiwi accent, I'm going to try. Hello, yeah, the pile of rocks waving at you. The pile of rocks waving at you.
It's me over here, hello.
I think you've gone Swedish.
Yeah, yeah.
He's delightful.
He's amazing.
He's got his friend Meek, who's a bug thing with knives for hands.
Yeah, he's got knives for hands.
So he's like kind of the de facto leader, but very friendly.
Yeah.
And is...
You don't need to be scared of me.
No, don't need to be scared.
You don't need to be scared of me. I'm not that intimidating.
Your accent's better than mine. Well done.
No, thank you.
So yeah, he's introducing himself and talks about wanting to try to start a revolution on his planet, except he didn't.
Yeah, God, that was brilliant.
Didn't print enough pamphlets.
I wanted to start a revolution before, but I didn't print enough pamphlets, so not a lot of people turned up. Just my mum and her new boyfriend, who I don't like.
They're the one they killed.
Yeah.
So that's basically how he ended up there. But he's not the main guy. He's never fought the champion, because everyone who fought the champion, like Doug. Oh yeah, Doug's dead.
Hey, how you doing, Doug? Oh, that's right, Doug's dead.
Hey, new Doug.
Oh yeah, that was fantastic. Yeah, so he just does the
warm up. He's
the
the warm up guy.
He's the warm up act. Yeah.
So and Loki, he comes in because there's a quiet moment, like Thor's establishing where he is. Runs around the circles. Oh yeah, it's kind of like a ring, but it's not like a ring because it goes funny. It's got its own dimension.
Yeah.
He does have a quiet moment where he actually praise for Odin or gives rights. And then you hear Loki sort of joining in behind him, and he starts throwing rocks at Loki to. Yes, it's a hologram. So of course I'm not going to be here. It's disgusting in here. So they have a moment. He's like, "Look, their champion. I haven't seen him yet, but they keep talking about he's savage." So.
Who is it? Who is it?
Okay, so smash cut. Thor's in the ring. He's given a big build. Oh, I will say one thing. That arena, I've not seen anything that impressive as arena since the Quidditch World Cup.
Yeah, that was pretty huge, wasn't it? That was,
massive arena, like layers upon layers of seating.
That's stunning.
And our scavenger Issa, friend, we'll call her Issa, sort of
In her ship,
just sort of hanging off the edge of the thing, watching it.
Look.
Okay, so cut to the chase. You know it's Thor. You know it's Hulk.
Yeah, Hulk. It's the Hulk.
So you've already seen Thor's reaction. What you haven't seen is Loki's reaction. I've got to get off this planet.
Hey, where you going? Come on.
Sit, enjoy, watch.
Enjoy.
It's be great. So they're watching the fight. It's an amazing fight.
It's a very good fight. Yeah.
It's such a good fight.
Yeah. Brutal.
So yeah, and they did the thing, and at one point, Hulk picks up Thor and does the puny god smash, and Loki's like, yes! Now you know what it feels like!
I'm just a big fan of this sport.
Halo's just amazing in this film.
He's so good. I'm just a huge fan of this sport. Brilliant.
He's so into it. Then there's a really cool moment where Thor tries Twilight Time, like, the sun's getting down, hey big guy, it's getting late. It looks like it's almost about to work, and then, and Hulk in this, I haven't read Planet Hulk, but I think it's alluding to Planet Hulk where he's playing a gladiator. I think there's a Ragnarok comic and there's a Planet Hulk comic. So they are different stories that kind of put together. There's a whole thing with another Hulk solo movie with Universal, but that's a whole thing.
That's a whole thing.
But Hulk in this is smarter. He has more language. He's like, Banner, I'm your friend, Banner. No Banner, only Hulk.
So he's aware of Banner, who Banner is.
Yeah, because it's always been a Jekyll and Hyde thing. So yeah, that's sort of, so they're doing that, and big fight. Thor's almost knocked for 6. He flashes to Odin in Norway, and then wow. Because previously he was like, I am the god of thunder to Jeff, and his fingers sparkle. He kind of, because, doing it. And we have seen him use lightning powers at the beginning of the fight with the big guys, but that's when he had the hammer. Yeah. He learns to channel his lightning through himself, and it's so good.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
His eyes go white, and then it just becomes, and that's when you get the big thing where he's like basically a bolt of lightning flying at the Hulk, and you can't describe a fight action scene like that.
No, you go and watch it.
That's the bit that's
it was electric.
So it looks like, because Thor's obviously not trying to kill Hulk. No. So
just trying to fend him off, really, isn't he?
We're going to fend him off and say, look, let's just chill, lad. And so he does it. He gets the lightning. He manages to knock him for 6. Hulk manages to get himself back. It looks like Thor's going to power up again, and then they with the thing, so they kind of knocks out. And then you have Hulk jumping really high. You've got Crow going, oh, you can do it better than I do.
Oh, what did he say?
Bat new dog.
Oh yes.
Oh well.
Oh well, another day, another Doug. Yeah, he jumps right to the top of the arena.
About to the Hulk smash. Yeah. When they cut to Thor's POV, and all you see is boom, hand, like stopping.
Yeah, he stops it with his hand.
Then it fades to black. Then we cut to Asgard stuff. So yeah, it's all good stuff, but it's pretty linear. You know what's sort of happening. Yeah. We missed a bit.
What bit?
About Issa. We discovered that she's actually a Valkyrie.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Before the fight, when they were. Oh yeah, because the whole conversation between Thor and Krug about the death of the loss of his hammer.
Yeah.
Does that sound like he lost a partner? He pulls you off.
Yeah.
pulls you up off the planet. Yeah.
Hammer pulls you off. Look, guys, we still got all the blood and hair on these. Can
we clean the weapons, please?
Can we clean the weapons, please? From the last time, this is just disgusting.
It's amazing.
It's just disgusting. Yeah.
Oh, we like crap.
Yeah, we do. We do.
So yeah, we discover that she's a Valkyrie, and it's like, well, what happens? Like I've been up against. So I'm jumping around now, but conversations happen where we go. Okay, so basically Thor wakes up to being tended. He's like, "Ugh!" And you know, the girls all scurry, and then you see this thing. It's this huge room. There's like a big skull bed, and we realize, oh, it's Hulk's room. It's like Hulk in a hot tub. Hulk gets up from the hot tub. Naked Hulk. There's an image I'm not getting on my head. Yep, it's in there now. It's in there now. And okay, this is because I'll be watching a lot of Nerd Sync and stuff. I'm going to talk about superhero costumes and Hulk's in particular. Do you, without being overly perverted, do you actually wonder what Hulk looks like? I mean, all of the Hulk.
Yeah. What's the proportions here? Yeah, there's a curiosity. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, there is a curiosity there.
I mean, because you could say, well, in one very real sense, the world we do know what a Hulk look. Well, I don't personally, but there are one or two ladies who do know what a Hulk looks like because they've seen Lou Ferrigno naked.
Yeah.
But he's still a man.
Yeah, man size.
Because you know, Hulk Hogan's actually taller than him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's how Hulk Hogan. That's another thing. I'll show you the video. But that's. You know what? I'm going to try and learn to do iCards. So if I've done it right, I'll put a link up here, and that'll link to a video which actually talks about that. 41 minutes. Oh yeah. There's still another long one. We're going to try and get it down. That's why I'm trying to sort of clip along.
Yeah.
So yeah, Hulk thing. They talk because Hulk is more intelligent now. He's like he's more self-aware. So Thor's like, no, you're the good one. You're Earth hates Hulk. No, Earth loves Hulk, and so they have a back and forth. Hulk, you know, Thor's trying to make nice, and then he says, "Fine, people do hate you," and then they throw things at each other, and they kind of a very kind of dudeish, guyish kind of back and forth. They get Issa, the Valkyrie. He's like, look, it's not about me, or it's not about the crown, it's not about the throne. It's about Asgard. They're getting the shit kicked out of them. Because there's a point just before or just after where Thor hooks up with Heimdall. Because basically he goes, Heimdall, I know you can see me. Please help give me vision. So there's a point where Heimdall shares his eyes, his vision with. It's kind of weird because Chris Hemsworth now has Heimdall's eyes, which is bizarre. Like that. And I'm assuming Idris Elba was wearing contact lenses already, so they probably just modelled Chris a pair, the same. But yeah, so he's now got Heimdall's eyes, and they have a nice conversation. Well, not a nice conversation, but it's it's a conversation that helps Thor to understand what's happening on Asgard. And like so they can help formulate a plan.
Yeah, that's good.
And he's sort of like, look, we are. Because she's like, oh, you have like until I finish this bottle to tell me everything, and she just necks the thing because Valkyries are immortals.
Yeah.
Or something. And yeah, so he does that. Like, I'm putting together a team. Me, you, and the big guy. No, Hulk, go. Me and you. No, it's just you. So, and things happen. She like doing stuff. It's a long movie. I'm not remembering all of it because I'm quite tired as well.
Yeah. No, I think we're.
But stuff's happening.
Stuff's happening. I think we're covering all the main bits.
Yeah, we don't necessarily have to do a blow by blow. It just sort of works out that way. So yeah, they managed to do that. He ultimately, he fakes her out. She's like, you know what? Fuck, I'm going. Okay, Thor out, jumps out the window because they've previously Hulk's pointed out where the Quinjet is. So he jumps out the window, does a very good dive, and goes out to the junkyard where it is. It's I can't say whatever. Yeah.
Thor then gets into the jet.
Thor gets into the jet. He does it all. He does his palm print. It's like voice recognition required. Thor, voice recognition required. God of Thunder, voice recognition required. Strongest strongest Avenger, voice recognition. Oh, God's sake, stop. Oh, Thor swears in this.
Yes, no, he does.
It's a few shits that go, I'm pissed off. It's right.
Yeah.
And basically, Thor's password is Point Break.
Point Break.
Which I'm kudos for him for remembering that, because it's an obscure reference even for, you know, Midgardians.
Yeah, that was cute. And then obviously Hulk comes in.
Hang on, I think we're coming up on the time where it's doing the thing. We're gonna look stupid again for a moment to do the thing. I don't know when the flashy thing's gonna happen, because I think it was like 46 and something.
Okay.
So basically, because of the way my phone memory's set up, it can only take up so much time, and then it switches to another file to save it, and we're getting to that point. So which is why if you watch the last video, at half an hour we were like posing like lunatics, and then when we got to the 46 minute mark, we were halfway through a conversation, and like mid-sentence, I haven't watched it back, but you said you did, and was it jarring?
Not particularly. Not particularly.
But I thought at least if we're not mid-thread. So, hello. I don't know if we're I'm going to give it to 47 and say welcome to part 2. But so we're... My throat hurts. It's a long one. We're trying to keep it down, but like it's a long. What is it? Like 2.5?
It's 2:10, I think it was.
2:10. It's a long movie.
It's a long film.
So yeah. So we're gonna try and get a thing, get it all wrapped up. But yeah, we'll do a little Jeff, little this. Sorry, it's because I